Thank you very much, Mr. Miller. Next, we have Mauricio Moel, who is not only a personal inspiration, but an advanced placement international scholar with distinction who will render his original review of Dr. Hogan's book. Welcome, Mauricio.
Hello everyone. As you've heard, my name is Mauricio Moel, and I am probably not as experienced or wise as some of the people we've heard tonight or will listen to tonight, but I am still here to give my honest opinion and review of a book that challenged many of the ideas I had about the US-Mexico relationship in the past. So Abraham Lincoln is an iconic figure, a president that has been quoted innumerable times, and a hero people from all over the world have looked up to for decades. Despite his popularity and the hundreds of books and biographies published on Lincoln, what remained uncovered was substantial, all until Dr. Michael Hogan, a renowned historian and emeritus professor here at ASFG, revealed much of what there is to know in his most recent book, Abraham Lincoln and Mexico. Across 18 chapters, Dr. Hogan recounts what by any measure is an extraordinary life. Over several decades, Abraham Lincoln expressed his opinion regardless of any consequence, fought to maintain the troubled nation united, and even helped Mexicans recover their land from the French. Expressing a nuanced view of Lincoln, in which Dr. Hogan pays as much attention to Lincoln's errors as to his achievements, and the disputing view of the Mexican-American issues at the time, Dr. Hogan leaves us in no doubt that Lincoln is a giant of man. Typically, historical biographies are a mode of writing that focus on great men and less often great women. However, the idea of the great man theory is something Hogan modifies because he came to realize that without Mary Todd Lincoln's intercession and Matias Romero's advice, the aid to Mexico during the French occupation would never have occurred. Dr. Hogan's balanced study of Lincoln shows how more subtle biographies can actually contribute to much of our understanding of the past. Without Romero, Mary Todd, and Lincoln himself, it is impossible to factually say how things would have turned out, but it is a fact that Lincoln himself and the actions of these secondary characters helped shape American history. In building this narrative, Dr. Hogan also gives vivid accounts of the many men and women who interacted with and influenced Lincoln. This includes some already well-known characters such as Henry David Thoreau, James Russell Lowell, and Stephen Douglas. However, as I previously mentioned, the book also explores the lives of many less well-known but equally important figures, such as Matias Romero and Mary Todd Lincoln, referred to as Mrs. Lincoln in the book. Dr. Hogan's careful attention to the American political context leads to a much more nuanced view of Abraham Lincoln than was the case with some older books. Indeed, he goes beyond the boundaries of a purely biographical approach. His discussion of the Mexican-American War, which was fought between 1846 and 1848, covers some 40 pages, while Lincoln himself is absent. Instead, we get descriptions of the fighting, quotes from the officers, writers, activists, and congressmen, as well as an erudite commentary on the situation as a whole. Dr. Hogan began this book because of a student's comment that the famous Spielberg movie on Lincoln did not even mention Mexico. Annoyed and exasperated by this omission, he decided to explore this gap. Luckily for us, Hogan came up with an all-embracing and well-researched biography that comprehensively narrates the turbulent period beginning with the Mexican-American War in 1846 and ending with the fall of the French Empire in Mexico in 1867. An account that conveys the true value of history, allowing every one of us, whether we agree or disagree with the views presented, to understand how we got to where we are and where we might be tomorrow. Thank you very much.